Got 19 young females in the junior 3,000 metres. I will call the field here. Saskia Lloyd from South Melbourne, Chelsea Whittle, Glenn Huntley, Vicky Vanderkamp from Diamond Valley, Poppy O'Loughlin, Coburg Harriers, Ella Michelle, who's an invitation, Abby Hickey from Sandringham. From Old Zavarians, Annabelle Coleman, who has also been breaking records lately as well. From Williamstown, Monique Goldsworthy, Rosie Linus from Doncaster, Annabelle Smith, Box Hill, Andrea De Jong from St Stephen's, Matilda Lestrange, Diamond Valley. From Ballarat YCW, Rihanna Watts, Emily Bartlett, St Stephen's, Tiana Postons, who's an invitation. Abby Goldsworthy, Williamstown, also Williamstown, Alexandra Schultz, Louisa Lazar from Sandringham, and Rachel White from Doncaster. 19 across that start line there, Michael. Very busy. I
Absolutely.
reckon let's watch. I think I wouldn't be surprised if White from Doncaster bolts out. Also, you know, maybe Vanderkamp might dash early.
Few very familiar names. The junior names do get familiar by the volume of racing that they will do across a season, and quite a few racing each other as well. So as we mentioned earlier, these junior races, just another great opportunity for these junior boys and girls to race in their own age groups.
So
girls, I didn't call you up to your mark.
I'm not too sure of the classification.
I know you're anxious.
So I won't call that, but she has broken a record
On your mark.
already this season. So it looks like Postons. Looks like Postons is the one who wants to take the lead. Sorry, that is. I picked it White. White and Postons. We saw them also at the last meet. I think Postons loved getting out the front. And you've also, gee, what a bib number Matilda Lestrange has got. 1111. So
yeah, that's an easy one.
Yes, and we've got one of the Goldsworthies just tucked in on the inside there.
Yeah, Monique has the fastest seed time.
Not too far behind her as well. Then De Jong, you see Saskia Lloyd just starting to move up past Linus. Vicky Vanderkamp also starting to make a bit of a move too, because the pace is reasonably decent here, Michael, and they don't want to be too left behind early on.
Yeah, and that's the thing with these junior races as well. You want to go with the pack, even if the pace is a little bit hot for you. It's a matter of just finding your way in those early stages, and it is quite dense. Although their PBs and seed times are quite widely spread over a minute to a minute and a half, the pack is pretty thick early on. It's not that long train that we've seen in the first few races, Tim.
Yeah, now most of these, a lot of the front girls will be looking for that 10-minute mark. I think we might have one based on seed who's done it under, and they're right on that pace early on. So nice pace making there, and there's not much change out front. So they're quite content for White to lead it because she is used to being in that position.
The pacemaker by default. We've been lucky enough to have a couple of pacemakers in the first few 3,000 metres. Now the girls are going to have to do it themselves, but there's always a couple that are more familiar with that task than others who like getting out early and just setting that metronomic pace.
So Vicky Vanderkamp now taking the lead, the young girl from Diamond Valley, having a good season this year. Lestrange, her teammate, just hopping around, getting into the inside lane there, and then you've got Goldsworthy to the outside there. That's Monique.
Another battle of the, well, we'll say the family members. Had a few family member battles. Sisters this time, not a mother, daughter, father, son.
No, definitely sisters, part of Team Matthews. And part of that very strong program coming through Williamstown at the moment. So you can see Linus just sitting to the outside as well. So Rosie's been another one of those sort of big improvers over this season. So 3.264, that's Rosie Linus, just recently joined Doncaster. So her teammate White easing forward alongside Vanderkamp, who is, I think Vanderkamp's the Victorian under 25,000 metre champ.
Oh, there you go. She'll have that strength and fitness to carry her through. This will feel like a sprint to her.
So Linus just sitting to the outside there of Lloyd. De Jong quite happy to sit back, and then we've got Abby Hickey. Hickey's another interesting one, definitely doing a fair bit of triathlon as well. So, which isn't a bad thing to be doing over the Victorian summer. So Hickey getting a little bit of strength, and we're seeing that also from some of the Williamstown girls, particularly Lucinda Rourke, competing in the 2 x 2 series.
Yeah, for sure. The triathlon's a good one. It's just getting that fitness in and almost not specialising too early is just something that, you know, your junior coaches you'll hear from quite often, just diversifying, doing different sports and, you know, if you have to do triathlon, you at least still keep the running element.
Yep. Vanderkamp back out front again.
Feeling
Goldsworthy girls lurking.
Yeah, Vanderkamp just looks quite happy out in that front position. Doesn't seem to phase her.
Yep.
The pace is dropping ever so slightly off that 10-minute pace. We're more looking around that 10:10, 10 to 15 sort of mark now, but it's turning into more of a race than a time trial.
Yeah, now it is starting to stretch, but you're seeing some of the girls in particular have really got good poise, and one I'm looking at the moment is Linus. He's just showing no signs of stress and still a good movement pattern. White's not looking too bad. The Goldsworthy girls are strong. They're really going along nicely.
Comfortable training with each other, comfortable racing with each other, know where each other are at.
Yep. And Alexandra Short's also one of their teammates in that lead bunch. De Jong now starting to make her move forward. Hickey working hard. She's going to come alongside. I think that's Lestrange in that next position. So these will be our 2 top seeds out front now, Michael.
It makes sense they fall into that position about at the halfway mark. We always say get 4 or 5 laps through a 3,000 metres and then we'll see see how those last couple of laps go.
Yep.
You definitely want to feel getting that good position early on. It's almost like that second pack's forming though. They'll help each other out. Vanderkamp's been leading for so much of the race as Goldsworthy just gets up on her shoulder, but she doesn't look like she's going to pass with gusto, if at all, by the time we round that bend into our 5th lap.
So Linus moves into 3rd position, and you can see Schultz is just primed and going to the outside there, looking ready to go. So Abby Goldsworthy just off the back of Linus at the moment. De Jong in a little bit of a race of her own there at the moment. As you can see, that's a good image, and you can see those gaps starting to form, Michael.
Yeah, it's kind of cool having that second camera on the back straight to refer to as well, to give a bit of insight to the whole race, especially these races that are more spread out in the early stages of this evening. But as we can see out the front of the field, Goldsworthy does not pass Vanderkamp. Vanderkamp keeps her lead. She's more comfortable there, and Goldsworthy has to settle for the spot up on her shoulder.
So 3 to go.
Rosie Linus, as you called it, Tim.
Linus.
She is, she's bridged that gap. She'll, any second now, will get closer and closer to the heels of Goldsworthy and just sit in. She has a seed time of 10:30, but she's going to get well under that if she holds strong for the last couple of laps here.
Yeah, you can see her still bouncing on the track, and that's the important thing at this, as we approach that last kilometre, still have the bounce coming through, and Linus is certainly demonstrating that. So we'd be hoping they're not going to be, they're the wrong side of 10 minutes now.
Probably more looking at around that 10-20 mark they might have slipped to, but as we said, we're looking more for the race, and also the athletes further back in these 2nd and 3rd packs. We'll still see plenty of PBs on the track tonight.
Vanderkamp decided she wants to go a little bit harder here. She's got I think a PB of 10:10 thereabouts.
She might still be a chance if she closes hard over this last, almost 1 kilometre, 1.1 kilometres she has to go. She is in a chance for that 10:10 PB if she increases that pace, which she looks like she's doing. Goldsworthy and Linus just holding on to that pacing that they've set.
So 2 to go now.
2 laps to go.
So interesting to see Linus's move here. I think she's looking too comfortable in that position. She probably should overtake.
She's waiting for an opportunity to pass.
So Abby Goldsworthy next. Then Schultz. De Jong's done a good job to get into that 2nd pack. Hickey looks like she's just seizing up a little bit. Shoulders are up, not looking totally comfortable. Then it's Lestrange in next position. Emily Bartlett coming through as well in St Stephen's colours. But down the back straight, Linus has slipped into 2nd position. So 600 out now.
And Vanderkamp is extending that lead. Still not sure if she'll get that 10-10. She's going to have to really work for it. But yeah, Linus is said looking far more comfortable than Goldsworthy as the race progresses. Goldsworthy still holding strong in that third position, but Linus is, I don't know, from this position almost looks like she's bridging that gap to Hickey Vanderkamp ever so slightly. Don't know if she'll have enough time to make up that distance in the last lap. We'll see how it plays out.
We certainly will. This will be an interesting last lap as we see Coleman coming through to get the bell. Sorry, 2 laps out, but now it's Vanderkamp. She will get the bell. Linus only 5 metres back. This will be a good last lap. I don't think Goldsworthy can get back on. It's a race in 2.
Interesting to see that difference in styles as they were coming up that front straight as well, Tim. Vanderkamp just ticking those legs over so quickly, and Linus just looks like she's sort of bounding across the track. We can see a girl slide on here.
For a young girl like Linus, is how much do I want this? You know, she's probably thinking, I didn't come in to win this. Now she's in that winning position.
So maybe
how
I
much
did.
Does she really want it? And we're going to find that out very shortly. Does she really want to go into the hurt locker here to try and overtake Vanderkamp, who is running it's a gutsy performance out front.
Oh, absolutely. She hasn't wanted to do anything but lead Vanderkamp all race, and she still does. As we see the real gap, only 3 or 4 metres as we round the bend, 200 metres to go. Vanderkamp is looking very, very strong. As much work as Linus has done to catch up, it might all be too late for her.
The indication here will be whether she goes wide as they come into the straight. That's what I'm watching for. So we're just watching that body language, and we see Vanderkamp has come out to lane 3. Coleman thinks she's in the race here, but she's got an extra lap to go. So Vanderkamp wants it. You can tell that. She really wants this win, and she's going to take it. So Vanderkamp will take it. 10:23 thereabouts. Good run by Linus. Looks like she could just go for another lap or 2 or 3. Goldsworthy next. De Jong, good run by her. That was strategically well placed. And our early leader, White, she's hung on nicely there. So she's about the 10:40 mark for Rachel White.
So season best or PBs from De Jong and Linus in that race, which is pretty impressive. Schultz comes through next. Our athlete from Sandringham in Matilda Lestrange. She was up there early in the race as well. Annabelle Smith crosses the line, the athlete from Box Hill. Emily Bartlett from St Stephen Harriers from Poppy O'Loughlin
in the Coburg Harriers uniform. And then I think Postons might be
Tiana Postons. Yeah. She was leading very, very early on, maybe the first couple of 100 metres, Postons. Louise Lazar and Rihanna Watts.
Yeah, from the Ballarat YCW club. Once again, we'll see a reasonable representation from the Ballarat clubs here.
Ballarat, Bendigo becoming the powerhouses that they sort of always have been, but it's good to see their numbers just increasing in recent years.
Well, I think Bendigo would like to think they're now surpassing Ballarat when it comes
Bendigo, the new Ballarat.
Yeah.
No,
let's get some rivalry going, Michael.
Yeah.
Inter-regional city.
All right, on paper, I would back Ballarat, Bendigo then. I've said it.
So Coleman coming across the line now. So about 12:16 there for Coleman. Just holds the chest, maybe a little bit of the stitch going on. So Ella Michelle will be our final finisher here, going down the back straight. Still looking pretty good too, Michael.
Yeah, absolutely. She's got a season's best time of 14:15. So, strong last.
Well inside that.
Absolutely, strong last couple of 100 metres. She will well and truly rewrite that PB. So next event on the track will be the junior men's race, which will also be an exciting one. Got a few regular, few big names in this race for a field of 24 competitors.
I think I'll let you read the field list, Michael.
We'll wait till the athletes toe the line, and we'll see a time from Ella Michelle. So 14:15, Ella Michelle's PB. Checking her watch, but she knows she's going to go well under that 14-minute mark.
And great finish too. She's looking strong. So
45 seconds.
yeah.